I don't think I need to introduce everybody to a 101 because I think everybody here has an idea. But just for the sake of asking, who here has no idea what Tokusatsu is? Just raise your hands. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know what Tokusatsu is, I thought about how to approach this in terms of. By the way, do I sound good? Am I loud enough? Yeah, good. Okay. I want to see how I want to approach this. Do I want to approach this from the merchandise aspect? Do I want to approach this from, hey, let's go through the entire history, starting from 1923, cutout shadow pictures of that is art itself, or maybe we'll just go back to the like the very root source of art and culture itself, back in the cave drawing ages. But no, I thought because I am a film fan and I do love watching, yeah, I'm a bit of a cinephile myself. I wanted to approach this from a production aspect when it comes to Tokusatsu. So, what is Tokusatsu or Tokusatsu? If you don't know your Japanese, you can shorten the sound like that's at the end of it. All right. Is this what is Tokusatsu? Henshin! Maybe that's what you're familiar with when it comes to Tokusatsu. I'm also going to look at the volume. It's going to be going to death really soon. We need to save our ears for later. My apologies for that. Maybe this is Tokusatsu. What do you think of Tokusatsu? Omega.ミステリと気分が悪い。お前の言ってることはわかる。おい、何を？飛べる気がする。なんとかできそうな気がする。あんな大きな通りもできねえだろ。大きく。なれそうな気がする。俺が助ける。大きくなった。宇宙人。Omega, and actually one of my favorite soundtracks as recently. But maybe when you think of Tokusatsu, you think of this as well. Oh yeah. I've come from hell to avenge my father. My God. Now, when it comes to Tokusatsu, what is Tokusatsu? So the word, the kanji that's Tokusatsu means special effects, primarily used to refer to live action and TV dramas that uses special effects. The term Tokusatsu is a contraction of the Japanese phrase Tokushu Satsei Gis, otherwise meaning special photography techniques. Now, when we think of that logic, is this Tokusatsu? No? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right? Yeah, it has to be. We have regardless of whether or not it's power, just don't worry. But the fact that itself is filmed with special effects. We use miniatures and there's explosions and all that. Yeah, that's Tokusatsu, right? There's special effects being used. So by that logic, is this Tokusatsu? No.
Yeah.
But it uses special effects though.
Yeah.
And then we have live action, and we also use miniatures, right? So I'd say that technically defined is Tokusatsu, especially George Lucas is a giant samurai film fan. So following that, by that logic, I guess. Like, follow me on this. You have live actors in suits in a film studio with miniatures and special effects, and they use illusion based filmography, right? So is this not Tokusatsu?
Needs more explosions.
Okay.
That's sun and Teletubbies. You tell me that's not explosive. So in that case, what is Tokusatsu? Well, okay, so without going too much into details and the granularities, and then we start having a schism, and then we go into many different sects and beliefs and religions. Oh, wait, I'm talking about Catholicism, sorry. I myself particularly define Tokusatsu in terms of three things, which is miniatures, suitmation, person in a suit. Sometimes you can put a dog in a suit, but hey, not everybody's Alien 3. And then, to be frank, because it's made from Japan, but that's not we're not exclusionary. It's just those that are inspired by the Japanese techniques. So when it comes to the genres themselves of Tokusatsu, so let's break it down. Let's get into the meat of it all. So I want to focus on just what is intro level and what mostly everyone here generally gets into, which is first things first, Henshin heroes, transformable heroes. Now these are productions primarily featuring Transformers. Well, actually, they are Transformers, heroes that can transform as the key cast. We have examples such as Power Rangers, Spider-Man. I thought I saw a version of the Spider-Man mask around here. Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. Was anyone there to watch on ABC? No. Los Luchadores and Mystic Knights of Tir Nanog. That was on those kids. Now, the next genre, moving along, is kaiju. We all love our kaiju films, right? So, productions featuring all the time, but giant monsters, or a mysterious beast as the key cast. So Godzilla, Pacific Rim, King Kong, Cloverfield, Jurassic Park. The fact that we saw a giant, what's that third stage or evolution called for Torchwig? Torterra. That giant ass Torterra. Yeah, that is a kaiju. You can't. That is technically a kaiju. Now moving along, we have the kaijin. Now, quick note, when it comes to kaijin and kaiju, the community likes to mix it a little bit, but if, like I said, I'm splitting it I'm going as granular as possible. So kaijin is a mysterious person. So productions featuring a human-like monsters as the key cast. So you think of the Invisible Man, the Mummy, Swamp Thing. Spawn is a kaijin. The Thing is a kaijin. What's her name? Tomb Raider lead actress. Lara Croft, but her actress.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie in Beowulf is a kaijin. Because she was Grendel, right?
Oh,
yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this is the, I would say, kind of is a hot dog, a sandwich discussion of the genres. So the last one is called yokai, which is apparitions, spirits, or demons. Now, productions that feature supernatural beings as cast. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because technically, as of this point, we are technically going into the horror genre. So when you think of The Ring or The Grudge, you think, well, that's supernatural, right? Yes, and they don't use CG, but the fact that it has its Japanese roots, it is using Tokusatsu film directors and cast and crew. Is it not a Tokusatsu kind of related, adjacent kind of genre? So this is where it gets a little bit weird. So I put it in here just for the sake of including it. However you want to say yes or no, I leave it to my audience. So we'll have things like The Ring, The Grudge, Beetlejuice, such and such. I mean, even Casper's a flippin' yokai. It's a spirit. What do you want? Now, why should you care? Why did I put in too much damn time into this panel and into the slides to make you think or ask the question, why should you care about Tokusatsu? Well, I mean, without Tokusatsu, you wouldn't have things such as Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Shingeki no Kyojin, My Hero Academia. Horikoshi Sensei is a absolute Tokusatsu ota. If you ever go Google Horikoshi Sensei Tokusatsu, you'll see his room full of Tokusatsu, including his studio, which you probably shouldn't have it there. But that's just me. And then Digimon Tamers. Did you guys know that the Digimon Tamers writer, Konaka Chiaki, wrote for Tiga? I mean, except for Team Tiga, don't worry about that. Yeah, the guy that's famous for a lot, like Ergo Proxy and all that. All is a Tokusatsu writer. Hold your questions until the end. I
just want to know
What's that?
what Shingeki no Kyojin is.
Attack on Titan.
Okay, because I don't know that.
No worries. Yeah, feel free. If you need a translation kind of thing, just be like, yo, I can't understand moon roots. Got it. And of course,
本当は違うんで、そういうふうに戦隊ものっていうか、ゴレンジャーとかジュレンジャーみたいに、そうそう、なんか司令室から出動だみたいな、そういうのの女の子版ができるとよかったんだけど、どうもうまくできなくて。だからそこら辺からやっぱりセーラームーンの発想が生まれたのかな。それでどうしても女の子を5人出したかったし、セーラームーンのレーザーディスク私もすごい楽しみにしてたので嬉しいです。ぜひこれから続けてレッスンを見てください。仲良しのまた続けるのでぜひ見てください。
audience, can you tell me who that was? Sorry?
Naoko Takeuchi.
That is correct. That is Takeuchi Sensei, otherwise known as the creator, the brain, the artist behind your favorite. You can't lie to me. That's not your favorite. At least you watched once, Sailor Moon.
I wanted to be Sailor Mars growing up.
At first, you wanted to be like, I'm gonna be Jupiter with this.
No, I did not.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I get it.
I always wanted to be Sailor Mars.
Very few people want to be Venus. Very.
I'm a water baby.
Now, continuing along, for Tokusatsu, we wouldn't have for Tokusatsu without anime and manga. Now this is the other way around. This isn't a one-sided relationship. It's a circular kind of thing. Everything feeds into each other. There'd be no Shin films. Hideaki Anno would just be like, nah, I'm just gonna crawl into my hole and just be in a depressive state. Versus calling people being in a depressive state and writing things. But a little bit different. There's at least something being done there. We have no SSS Gridman, Dynazenon, Gridman Universe, my favorite flippin' anime heavy tokusatsu, but I'll get there soon. Tsuburaya Productions. You know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Would have gone under so many times over. Was that too loud? Okay. And it would be gone. Another nail in the final nail in the Ultra series. Because if we didn't have the Ultraman manga, the 3-4 iterations of Kaiju Girls,
Yeah.
Tsuburaya would be gone. There'd be no more Ultraman, and we'd just be like, I wonder what a modern Ultraman would be like, and then we won't talk about it. I like Ultraman as is right now. Don't worry, I'm not one of those people. I'll get that a little bit. But then potential future entries in Tokusatsu series are no longer limited by live actors because hey, I wonder if you guys know this. Actors kind of age, and they kind of they don't respond. Yeah, so that kind of is a thing. Now, further along in terms of the importance of Tokusatsu, you have people inspired by Tokusatsu. Brad Pitt's first film he watched was War of the Gargantuans. Now, whether or not this is the thing that set him on his path of acting, hard to say, but I would say it's a key part of his actorial debut. James Cameron, Guillermo del Toro, George Lucas, and Steven Spielberg grew up on Tokusatsu films. I mean, come on. You watch Jurassic Park, you watch Star Wars, and you watch Pacific. You watch Independence Day. Are you telling me that these people don't like Tokusatsu? Come on. Hideaki Anno, Shinji Higuchi, Akira Toriyama. Okay, if you watch and read Dragon Ball, and if you didn't get the Tokusatsu references, I get it. No one did. Especially okay, this might be pulling a pretty deep cut. Who here remembers the very first appearance of Chi-Chi as a kid? Yeah, you know when she does this beam and she throws the cutter? Yeah. Akira Toriyama is a big Ultra 7 fan. Craig McCracken from Powerpuff Girls, Glenn Murakami, Teen Titans, Ben 10, grew up on Tokusatsu. Well, I mean, Glenn Murakami is a giveaway, but Hideki Kamiya, yes, okay. We'll hold the Hideki Kamiya jokes aside. And Takashi Tetsuya, Xenosaga. They are big Tokusatsu kind of fans. I mean, I'd like to say more Hideki Kamiya, but I think he's more shmup than anything. And then, in my personal opinion, I feel that Tokusatsu is a foundational pillar to the Japanese media culture and ACG, being anime, comic books, and gaming. Tokusatsu is equally as important as anime and manga. I'm not saying it like that. Equally, family. We are one giant. Tokusatsu is better choice, by the way. I agree. Yeah. Be able to relationship is not exclusive. I mean, you watch Pretty Cure and you're not watching the Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. I mean, come on. You have to be some kind of weird person just be like, nah, Pretty Cure only. Now, speaking more about Takeuchi Sensei and then Sailor Moon, did you know that Sailor Moon is not solely inspired by Super Sentai? There's a little bit of some timeline kind of stuff. Okay, so that was for trivia. It was also inspired by something called La Belle Fille Masquée Poitrine. Don't search up Poitrine for those of you that don't know French. You know French. Okay. Yeah. Forgive them, they're Japanese. It's Toei. Otherwise known as in the Japanese title is Bishoujo Kamen Poatorin. That still doesn't make it feel still. The masked belle Poitrine, beautiful masked girl Poitrine. It is a magical girl of the Tokusatsu comedy series created by the father of Kamen Rider, Ishinomori Shotaro. Who knew that he could write for this stuff, and who knew that Toei could pay him that much? The 11th installment of the Toei Fushigi comedy series that's now defunct. They've stopped doing that for the longest time. And the series ran from January 7th, 1990 to December 30th, 1990 for a total of 51 episodes. So as you can see here, you have Sailor Moon, Chibi Moon, Toei series, Crystal series. And I don't know, what do you think about this? Okay, fair enough. Now here's my question then. Is it always Tokusatsu thing?
Looking to find it.
Okay. Maybe there's a range. Maybe I'm such right? A subgenre watcher of anime that is just this guy's just reaching. Yeah, Gorenja?
Maybe some more bleak.
Yeah. Okay. This one is more gotcha about cashier, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but if you know the bottom left one, you're a real homie. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Godzilla is just always Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Kaiju. Oh, the kaiju.
It can't possibly be for Super Riot stuff, right? No.
Yeah.
Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then, of course, when it comes to anime games, for those that I definitely recommend Gravity Rush and Beautiful Joe. Still waiting for that. No release will stand. Crabcon, be Crabcon, be Capcom. And then, of course, for those of you that play, oh god, what's that comfy game with
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing? Thank you. I am not running on enough sleep. Song is Kitty Rider. And then, of course, I forgot what that alien is called in Ben 10. It's the one where you go
Way big.
way big. Thank you. And then you have the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles, and then that is Teen Titans Go. I don't like it. I like regular Teen Titans. If you like Go,
Eat dreams is better.
thank you. So now let's quickly stop by and check out the Tokusatsu heroes. So when it comes to from the beginning, when we start counting Tokusatsu in like chronologically, we start at the Showa era, which is December 25th, 1926 to January 7th to 1989. Now, what defines each era? Rotation of emperors. That's all you need to do. Just change the emperors. Many new IPs and titles were created during this time, completely, like barely to any. I argue 100% of the Showa titles are monster of the series, monster of the week, episodic. Here's the problem of the day. Situation, maybe not comedy, but situation of the episode. Profuse usage of flamethrowers. There was no safety standard at the time for flamethrowers and napalm. You could see going through the years that they're using less flamethrowers, and it's very specific of when they use flamethrowers. Because guess what? It turns out that napalm is not as controllable as you'd like it to be. And of course, the majority of your out of context clips sourced in this era. Give me one second. There. So all like those anything to do with Spider-Man and anything to see like with a culturally inappropriate or inaccurate or possibly more criminal-like figures, more than likely sourced in this era. Certain starfish, Germanic figures.
He's not lying in the slightest.
Now moving on, I'm pretty sure this is where a majority of us are here, but for my new personal here, this is a great source. Heisei era. Heisei is from January 8th, 1989 to April 30th, 2019. Now, this is where many advancements in special effects were made during this time, including motion capture, CGI digital effects, new materials and manufacturing techniques for detailed costumes and prop designs. Okay, I don't need you stepping on this because you and I both know this. How do you thought when you went from like say Kamen Rider Black or like actually no, that'd be about the same. Let's say Ultra 7 and like Kamen Rider Amazon, and you saw like Ultra TV, you'd be like, man, that's a badass suit. What would they do?
Yeah.
Many advancements were made during this time, and then of course, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that you can't be an artist without starving, right? So how do you support yourself and your art? Toys.
Yeah.
It's during Heisei. Not saying there was zero presence of toys during the Showa era, but the toyetic aspect of Tokusatsu wraps up. So hey, check out the greatest hits. Maybe not the greatest hits, but like Kuga, Kakariko, Tiga, Garo, PGS, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, and then what's the last one? Oh, Tokyo Fire Force. No, Rescue Fire. Fire Force is the is something else. Rescue Force. Rescue Fire is the next one. And then finally, we've made it to our modern day tokusatsu, which is Reiwa era, from May 1st, 2019 to today. Basically, it's honestly the same as Heisei. There's more aggressive merchandising, like just go to YouTube, search up Tokusatsu toy commercials, and yeah, you'll get like 4-hour compilations. Definitely commodifying nostalgia, which maybe not be a good bad thing. I don't know, just saying. Well, and then toys. We all love toys. I'm not gonna scream that because you can see the mental screaming. There's more presence of green screen studios and stages. Not saying that there's zero presence of it in Heisei and Showa, but like no, this is like, how can we cut back on budgets? Green screen. No identity as of yet, other than COVID. Like we were all there for Cure Major and what was it, and Ultraman Z, and then Kamen Rider 01, and which is like, why did this one episode, what series have like 5 extra episodes, or why does it feel like half the cast went away at like the midpoint? COVID.
I would say with 01, it worked out for the better. I would argue.
Yeah, you're one of the fans with that, like that with the hot takes. Yes.
I thought it was really tough there, but I don't think it's it.
That's the point. They don't realize it yet. I will get into more detail of questions in just a little bit. Follow up with me at the end for and remind me of the green screen thing. I'll touch on that. So now you're all wondering, where should I start? Where, with my Tokusatsu freshly hatched self, should I start, and how should I go about this? I am a noob. What am I to do? Please teach me. Weird uncle that screams and yells. Okay, so I was able to find official sources, so you don't have to feel bad. And if the source themselves accidentally left their stuff public and not privated, that is the source's fault. I'm speaking to you, Gabriel. So yeah, feel free to take a photo of this and just look up, start from here. You have the official Toei Tokusatsu world. You have Tsubura's Japanese and their English dub side. You have Goro. You have Tokusatsu Shoutsu, which is one of the official licensors for North America. And then you have Power Rangers Icon. And if you want to, I don't know why Power Rangers kind of like, in my opinion, started going down after like Wild Force, I guess. I mean,
The original's the best. Everything else is terrible.
I'd say up to Lost Galaxy is good.
Ninja Storm was kind of good, and then Dino Thunder was kind of good too. But then, yeah, after that, yeah, that was like, yeah.
And then we don't talk about Megaforce.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Does anyone else need another second view to take this, take a photo of this or whatever? Or are we good to move on? Good. Sonico, you good back there? Okay.
Yeah.
So honestly, just dive in and watch something. Really, just pick something that piques your interest and just go with it. If you don't like it, move on to something else. It's okay to be like, nah, I didn't like it. 35 eps. It wasn't me. God, I suffered through so many Toshiki Inoi series. I'm like, nah, this dude can go eat it. I refuse to ever watch Inoue Toshiki series ever again. Otherwise, it's called no. This thing's starting at 4 out of 10, and it goes lower from there. But yeah, like seriously, I will just ramble off just a bunch of titles for you to just watch them. Like Tokei Windspector, the 2012 movie version of reboot of Space Sheriff Gavan, Project Red, Chol Uchu Keiji Gavan, Tokusatsu Gaga Gaga. That was a good one. That one is actually a J drama, but it's inspired by Tokusatsu, and it's sourced from a manga. Really good J drama, by the way. Or I don't know if you liked watching what was it called? Some Electric Cybers Samurai Squad, or that one was on Fox Kids at the time. Yeah, just watch Gridman. Gridman's good. That was when like Superman's just like, let's go ham with CG. It's awesome. Now, here are some of my basic recommendations in terms of, hey, you can jump to this, no foundational knowledge. This is a great way to like get you on your way and just like explore a little bit. So, as you see here, this will make my case a little bit barren. I do not cover everything. I cannot watch every tokusatsu. By the way, be like, I don't know, go watch Kaiken Subat or something. That's Kamen Rider V3's actor's main series. He actually prefers Kaiken Subat over V3. Not saying he likes it, like he said V3 is worse, just like he had more fun on Kaiken Subat. So when it comes to live actions, we're starting off with Kamen Rider, a individual solemnly fighting an evil organization in an unjust world. The three series I recommend to kind of get you started, get like a taste of Kamen Rider is Kamen Rider Zero, which is actually only just a 40-minute movie, like a short movie. So it's great to give you like the essence of Kamen Rider. You have Kuga, love Kuga. Anyone that says that doesn't like Kuga, you know. And then Shin Kamen Rider, hello. And when it comes to Shin Kamen Rider, a little bit of a mixed one. If you talk to the Showa people, they'll be like, this thing's garbage. But then for the modern people, like, I like it. But then for me, because I'm aware of both Showa Rider and also Shin Kamen Rider, I'm like, it's okay. I just found like the pacing was a little bit off. That's just... Next, you have Super Sentai. We have individuals coming together to form a team to overcome evil. There's a lot of evil in the world, isn't there? We have Dolphin Sentai, Juoger, Ninja Sentai, Cock Ranger, and Shushu Sentai Go-Go 5. Oh, yo, you're a good Go-Go 5? Oh, yeah, nice. Lots of fire in that one. Lot like legit, like it was not the napalm version, but they were using lots of live fire in that show, which makes sense because it's kind of like I think it's like if you define your film as like your work as like this is like a theory as like a rescue government kind of related like emergency crisis kind of thing. It's like yeah, okay, use more fire.
Where's our budget? Flames.
Yeah, ask Toy that you'll find out that. And finally, Ultraman. So humanity working with a giant to overcome monsters of all shapes and sizes. I mean that literally because in Ultraman they go into like some pretty good philosophical stuff. In terms of my recommendation, oh sorry, I forgot. I'm going back. Going from top to bottom. Minecraft Power Rangers. Now, Ultra 7. Ultra 7 is something I recommend as a good way to show you, introduce you to kind of the Ultraman essence when they go heavy into the sci-fi aspect. Like really, really heavy sci-fi and almost kind of like conspiracy kind of stuff. Ultraman Dyna. Hang on. I have a reason. I have a reason to this, okay? So, Dyna is a great introduction of showing you a zero attachment, like kind of zero foundational requirement. You know, and that's why I like Tiga, but I'll get into just a little bit. And then Shin Ultraman. Shin Ultraman is good. Shin Ultraman is a good film to kind of get yourself into just Ultraman in general. And then when it comes to anime, because we're all at an anime convention, we are going to check out, at least I recommend, I don't know, Sailor Moon. That's kind of like, that's crazy. Who watched Sailor Moon? SSS Gridman and Madoka Machika.
Why?
No!
Yo, hey, hot take. You know what's better than Ryuki? Everything else. But you know what's, but you know, if you want like the better Ryuki experience, watch Madoka. Yes, I hate Ryuki, but I actually don't hate it without reasons. So why do I love Tokusatsu? Well, I mean, toys for kids. Don't look at my my wall builds. Content is aimed for adults because who takes care of the kids and has to like be like, man, my dumbass kid is like watching the show. What is the show about? Just blaring lights and blasting lasers and beams. Hey, yo, this shit's actually pretty good. Oh, you can feel each part of the production's intentions and passions for a series. You can tell when a director or writer does not care. It is very apparent. And then when it comes to the actors themselves, I like seeing the new actors and their potential and their growth. Gotcha. And then you have guest returning actors, and you get to see the skills of the veterans compared to that are to the new actors, and actually being able to actually push the growth of the young actors. Then, of course, as a cinephile, I love the action and stunt choreography, so the composition of this stuff, the visual and audio composition, because like, watch any tokusatsu, pause it, and be like, I wonder I don't know why the director is shooting it at this angle. Why they set it up like this, and why did that previous scene transition into this scene? I love that composition aspect. The suit and miniature and set design, because you're watching tokusatsu, man. Just enjoy, like, look at it. How did they make like a fully detailed, like 1/80th scale car? Okay, maybe 1/80, maybe it's 132, but anyways, 1/80th. That's crazy. And then we think back to original Ultraman, and then like, hey, why did you use like fake toy horses when you could have just composited real horses? To which AG Square was just like, because it's fun. You have pyrotechnics, profuse amount of pyrotechnics, practical and visual effects. Now, I know there's a lot more visual effects, but that allows us to appreciate, to be like, yo, did they actually do like a legit napalm explosion? That's cool. And then, of course, the improvement with each passing series or mid-series, because there are a lot of series out there which, like, you can tell, like, oh, the money came in. Oh, we finally figured out what the budget was from last year. Okay, go in, go. The toys, toys, merchandise, and of course, movies. And then, of course, there's a definitive end to each series of stories, because, you know, unlike watching like Marvel comics or DC comics or anything like that, there's kind of like, there's never an end. But when it comes to these series, no, there is a beginning and there's an end. There's also opportunities for revisit. Hey, we got to revisit Gokaiger 10 year, Go Under 10 year. We're never gonna get a Gold Westers 10 year. We're not. Don't worry. We got to see more Agito. You should. And then a pure enjoyment that comes to my face, and it brings a smile to my face, because I really do love Tokusatsu. You know, I was able to be like, you know what? I did grow up on Tokusatsu, and this stuff actually does bring a smile to my face. And of course, just reminders of no matter how dark and how bleak the world is, there is good out there. There is light. You know, Tiga taught us, you know, believe in the light. Don't give up on the light within yourself. All it just takes one person, and then the next person, and then there you go. Traveling space. But seriously, what should I watch? I don't care what I love this history or foundation crap. I want to stay uncultured. Give me the best right now. Okay, you want to stay uncultured. You want me to give you the hottest takes of the best Tokusatsu series ever. And you want to be like, yo, F my ass up. I want to have the most cursed watching experience in which my expectations are set to here and everything will be crap from going forward. All right, you wanted it. You asked for it. No, I just set up the bid, but you want the recommendations premium Bandai TX experience. All right, let's go ahead. Recommendations premium Bandai experience. Kamen Rider. Yes. 2009 Kamen Rider Tunnel. Kamen Rider Gaiden. 2013. 2017 Kamen Rider Build. And 2024 is Kamen Rider Gab. Maximum romance, my thing. Okay, do you guys want to take a photo of this before I move on? Or just raise your hand if you want to pause. All right, just moving on. All right.
I have my very own,
Your own, fair enough.
I have my own recommendation.
Fair enough. You have 1996 Ultraman Tiga, 2016's Ultraman Orb, 2020 Ultraman Z, and 2025's Ultraman Omega. Now, why I say Tiga is not part of the recommendations, because Tiga is a anniversary series, and it has it has the legacy of Ultraman towards it. That's why, because I watched a little Ultraman ahead of time, or like I have some Ultraman foundational work, I was able to watch Tiga. I'm not saying you can't watch Tiga, but it's definitely so much more better when you watch it like with foundational work or watch Tiga first, watch like 3 or 5 other Ultramans, come back to Tiga. Yeah, man, actually, there is nothing better than Tiga. That's a hot take, not really a hot take. China doesn't believe in anybody else other than Ultraman Tiga. Alrighty, we have 2009 Samurai Sentai Shinkenja, 2014 Nesha Sentai Tokyuger, 2018 Kaito Sentai Lupin Ninja versus K-Stop Sentai Patori, and 2021 Kai Sentai Zenkaiger as the best Sentai. You cannot argue with me on this. I watched so much cursed Sentai series. And then when it comes to Godzilla, you have 2001 Godzilla, Mothra and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters on Attack. 2002's Godzilla X Mecha Godzilla. 2016 Shin Godzilla. And 2024, the best flippin' Godzilla film ever. Godzilla -1. Do not at me. You cannot beat that film.
Don't forget the next one too.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling sketch on that one. I'll watch it. I don't know. They can't beat -1.
Mine's 0 up though.
So to wrap things up, and I was able to get things done in time. And thank you so much for bearing with me with the technical delays. Any questions and or thoughts? Raise your hands if you have any questions. Or okay, I'll go with you first.
I still think of like the kaiju. I think Monster is still the best film.
You know what? I can understand my friend who is Godzilla fan is he'll say like, nah, he's more on the side. But I get it.
Monster's cool.
Yeah. So some good things. Yes, you next.
One more category. History.
History?
World War II, World War One, Russo-Japanese War. Tokusatsu.
You are correct. Yes, that's true.
Ring of Uchiha.
Yes, the Jidai. Anything to do with historical like Jidaigeki and all that. Yes, those are tokusatsu actually. Anything to do with Akira Kurosawa is a tokusatsu. Yes, you're correct.
Toshiro Mifune.
Toshiro Mifune too. Yeah. No.
He was an army pilot.
Yes.
World War II.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, that does fall in there under that as well. Thanks so much for that. Really appreciate it. Yes.
Because I didn't see the particular franchise there, what would you recommend to somebody starting off with this Metal Heroes?
Metal Heroes. B-Fighter, Original Gavan, Sherivan, and Windspectre.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Windspectre is like that one, which is like, okay, so Gavan is good, Sherivan is also good as a follow-up, but also good as a solo series. B-Fighter is good on its own.
Oh yeah.
And then I personally like Windspectre because it started the whole incorporating police work with Tokusatsu police genre. I mean, look at Kamen Rider Drive. It's 1-for-1 the same as Windspectre.
Damn it, you are right.
Yeah. Yo.
Oh,
What?
I have 3 recommendations.
Yeah?
Kato, Kiba, and Wizard.
What was the first one? Kabuto?
Yeah.
Kiba and Wizard.
Ah,
Okay. Are you recommending it in terms of like the visual appeal, or are you talking like story?
Yeah, like Kato, like the story, like
Okay.
I like how it happened. It's just like a cookie drill. And, like,
Okay. If you said like that, okay, that's fine. That's fine. If you're talking about like, oh, I love the story overall, I'm like, really?
I Kiba, like Toshiki is like story is like really like unique in its own way, like, you know.
In Kiba, it's like that right amount of annoy where it's like over dramatized J drama, but not so much that it becomes like aggressively insulting, which was like Dawn Brothers and Vice. I can agree with that. Yes.
You mentioned Mystic Knights of Tirnanog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, another one from the same era, Beetleborgs.
That'd be B-Fighter.
That's B-Fighter.
That's B-Fighter. B-Fighter, if they brought in, if they made Americanized it, put in Jay Leno and Jerry Springer.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I'm nothing against it. No, it is what it is. Sonic up.
I know.
I just don't-
I know this show doesn't get much love, but the 1974 Giant Wooden World.
Sorry, which one?
Tantoro.
Giant Robo? Oh yes. Okay. Quick fact about Giant Robo. Giant Robo. So people think like when they think of like, oh, Leopardon started the giant robot kind of thing. No, it was Giant Robo. Giant Robo is the tokusatsu that introduced giant robots to us all. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in regards to what is considered
Tokusatsu.
so I'd say it's most comparable to whatever side of the debate you land on when you say what is considered anime, like is Avatar: The Last Airbender anime or such and such discussions. So yeah, and then also fuck you, dog, brother, sweet.
Okay, it doesn't. No matter how much I hate and dislike Dawn Brothers, I can't deny the metrics and the money it brought back to like Toei. That was a one-off thing. It's always just like, yeah, it's brilliant. Dawn Brothers made so much money. Yeah, you also piggybacked off of Zenkaiju. Don't forget that. Zenkaiju started the gears. And they're like, oh yeah, Inoue Toshiki makes so much money for us. Yeah, you also forget that Inoue is also a Nepo baby, and his father also brought in his stuff. Cheated on his wife, by the way. And then anyway, sorry, I have a lot of things to say about Inoue. Any other questions or thoughts or anything? Otherwise, I have like 3 minutes. I can like ramble.
Okay,
What's up?
this is like within the actor kind of thing.
Yep.
Who's your favorite Toku actor?
Is it a Koya Kirika is pretty good actually. That's a good choice. Is it someone that did only one series and like just only like one Tokusatsu series and then they just went off? Or it's kind of like we have someone that returns to maybe not them as their first character, but like multiple appearances throughout Tokusatsu.
Okay, maybe I would say like in terms of like multiple appearances, I would say.
Oh, in that case, Connor Karen's actor. Yeah, because he's hilarious. Because you see his range in terms of like, him as Tachibana-san, and then him as like, what's his name in King Oger as like the undying dead dude, and then he comes back as Sets as Sieg. I'm like, oh shit, what's wrong with you, dude? I love it.
There's also in fourth.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. He was in Force as well, and the guy does. He frequents like Tokusatsu so much. Like I was thinking like him or like do we grab Nakamura Yuichi because like he always comes back as Yuto, but like that's the thing is that he only comes back as Yuto.
The kids actors all over the place.
Sorry.
The kids actors all over the place.
Yeah. God, like he's going back to here like with just Decade, right? It's like. Yeah, I mean, we'll see Decade again. Yeah, it depends if he's busy being the president of the company, and also if he's busy with Gisarus. Yes.
I have to ask this to every single Kamen Rider fan.
Hit me.
What is your personal second?
Second worst?
Because the worst is almost always lower. But
I said what?
the pick for first worst is almost always boring because it almost always comes out to everybody asks either Wizard or Levi's.
Oh, the position 1 for worst, Ryuki. Position 2, Fies. Actually, I'll flip that around. Position 1 for worst is Fies. Position 2 is Ryuki. Would you like to know why I say? Would you like to know why I say Ryuki is worst? Sure. Okay. Now, I know the subtleties that they were trying to go for in terms of Ryuki, of trying to approach it as, think of like Durarara, of a multiple protagonist approach. But the thing is that, when it comes to Durarara, they have the leniency of being able, like, I'm gonna tell you day of like this of Monday from this perspective. Then come back to the next character, like say Celti, I'm gonna come back to the same beginning of the day on the Monday and then tell it again. Ryuki doesn't connect any of those perspectives together. It's also separate. It's like you have 8 different stories going at the same time. But the thing is, they only intersect when they fight, and it's only at the end when we started getting Ryuki, Knight, Solda that like, okay, you guys are actually like maybe not friends, you're actually intersecting, or it just happens. What were you chasing? Oh, I was chasing a monster. What were you doing? I was chasing I was chasing what's his name? Oja. What were you doing? I'm Shinji. I just Shinji. Yeah, I just found like that disconnect and like the jagged, like just the erratic flow of Ryuki is what I hate the most. Character-wise, I understand why Shinji said it that way. I also know Shinji is at his best when he's with Ren, but Ren is good on his own. Shinji is weak without Ren. And unfortunately that's the protagonist problem. It's like the protagonist is just a protagonist. They're so weak. The pilot is rival. Next speed. And we are 1 minute over. Yes.
The Darkest Ultraman series. Episode
Darkest.
Ultraman Leo.
Oh.
The episode that
Yeah.
got the whole team destroyed.
Yeah. If people want to watch like a really dark Ultraman series, it is Leo. Like people think of like, oh, let's watch Nexus. Nah, Nexus ain't got crap on Leo. You got the most abusive trainer of Ultra 7, starts off episode 1, getting his leg twisted off. You, Leo, get your ass in the gear. You want me to do what? I'm gonna beat you into training. You mean that metaphorically, right? No, I'm gonna start throwing cutters at you, and you're gonna either block it or dodge it. By the way, I'm gonna drive my Jeep at you, and you better run as fast, and you're not gonna dodge this.
Regular eyes.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that he didn't like coulson his ass, I was like, man, that beam his ass, like it just a little bit like, hey, I'm gonna train you to resist beams. Take this, Leo. I don't want to take an Ultra 7 beam. But anyways, I wish the rest of you a good 3 hour. I actually planned to like schedule I tried to have 2 more panels. One is like a Tokusatsu trivia to see like how like cancerous you guys are, and then also
Yeah.
I had like another panel full of like clips, and we're just like, it's basically like Spider-Man. It's like we're just watching a Spider-Man like hours straight. Thank you so much. Oh God! Shoot! I forgot to show one more slide. I do have a survey. We also have a community Discord. If you want to follow me, that's that one. But yes, that was the feedback one. If there's anything you want to send out, the community Discord, we have that link up for the next 30 days-ish, 20-ish days at this point. And yeah, just have at it. Totally optional. I'm not forcing. Please join the Discord.
I really love your accent. Yeah.